unfortunately today, my wife left me. And that's not what it sounds like. I'm sorry. I know that probably got a rise out of you, but Alex and Everly went to a friend's house today. They went to a friend's house to celebrate a birthday. And so I stayed back because I wanted to get more work done on the trailer that we call Betty, which is our little trailer that I've been working on. Right now I'm going to just cook this little burger that I have right here. I don't really need to eat too much, but I need a little something in the belly. But Alex and Everly went out to have a nice time while I sat here and worked. And that's perfectly fine. Sometimes those are the days that you need. Sometimes you need a little reset in your life. And honestly, having it was quite nice. But also at the same time, I miss them terribly. And, becoming a dad. So today I'm going to talk about what it's been like for me becoming a dad, because this is the first time I'm doing it, and if you're out there and it's going to be your first time, it's absolutely terrifying, but also at the same time, it's incredibly amazing. Let me see. I think I need to defrost this thing. It's having a little hum sound. So yeah, I'm incredibly grateful for the situation and the life that I have. Having my daughter has just been absolutely incredible and such a blessing. But at first, I was extremely nervous. I was scared, I knew that would be fine, but just never being a dad was kind of the reason why I was just a little nervous, And I know that there's a lot of people out there, it's their first time, they figure it out, and they are successful, wonderful parents. And I think that we're doing pretty good, It's been 3 years almost, and she's still kicking. She's still alive, and she's actually a wonderful little human, and I love her. She's really showed me a lot about myself and a lot about the fact that I sacrifice and I'm willing to sacrifice for her. This isn't a regular burger, by the way. This is a burger that Alex made, these patties out of a bunch of different stuff. So I'm going to eat this bad boy. But she showed me how to be less selfish for myself. At the same time, really made me realize how much I have to take care of myself, how much I need to make sure that I'm maintaining my own life as well. But my life is all about her. My life is all about Alex. My life is all about my family. And it's really cool that we've been able to continuously travel and do these things, with her in our lives. Oh, sorry, Paco. I didn't realize you're sniffing my legs. But I could see how it could be hard or scary or all these different situations for a lot of people out there. But your life that you were living previous to having your child doesn't have to go completely away, depending on what you were doing. For Alex and I, our life has definitely changed dramatically because almost all of everything that we do is just about her. It's just about her life, getting better. And granted, we have to do things for ourselves to make sure that we're doing better, we're being better, we're to make sure that we're there to perform for her. I guess what I'm trying to get at is that what I try to do every single day is make sure that I'm making the best life moving forward for all of us. And I think I do a pretty good job at it. It's tough, when you go from just thinking about yourself and your wife to a little tiny human also caring for that little tiny person, and every day is different. Every day is a blessing, but also at the same time, some days you just want to pull your hair out of your head. It's kind of the way the cookie crumbles around here sometimes. And, you got to roll with those punches. Previously, when it was just me and Alex, we could just go take a break for ourselves. And taking that break for yourself is kind of difficult now. Where previous, we were able to take that break no problem. We'd just literally go do something else. you know. Right now it's like that little person is, no matter what, a part of your life. And even if the questions are annoying or whatever it might be, or she's like starting to hit a little, or she is saying things that might make you feel sad, you know, it's just part of it. And that's the way that they're learning to figure out what's right and what's wrong. That's the way of them learning all these different things. But the facts is that you could be a good dad or a good mom. Like, all you got to do is just be there for them. Listen to them. When they're going through these changes, when they're going through these hard things, just simply listen to them and try to figure out the way that you could help them grow. So like the other day, something happened. I noticed that I was maybe getting a little too upset, or I was getting, you know, I was getting in my own head about it maybe. But all I needed to do was just be there for her, listen to her, and help her, and maybe change her thought process on, you know, whatever it was, by changing what I was doing. They really do pay attention to what you do, what you say, what you are. They're mimicking you all the time. So it's like, what we do, what we say, what we are about is what they notice and what they mimic. And even when they go out to school and they have a teacher or they have kids around them, they're socializing, once again, they're picking up those things as well. So sometimes it might not be something that you might have said or you might have done, but it could be something that somebody near to them that they spend time with has influenced us, which is kind of crazy. But also at the same time, that's the way life goes. I've been influenced by people my whole entire life, not realizing it, right? Until you get to a certain age, and then you realize everything that was ever around you was always influencing you in one way or another, good or bad. And I've had plenty of bad moments in my life, and I know that Everly's also going to have plenty of bad moments in hers. But I've also had an abundance of lovely ones. Way more lovely experiences in my life than I've had negative experiences in my life. And I hope that that's the thing that I could transfer over to her, is allowing her to understand that her actions, what she says and what she does, are going to allow her to have these better or worse experiences. And so, yeah, that's just something I've been thinking about lately when it comes to Everly. Alex is an absolutely wonderful mother. And she's thinking about Everly all the time. She's always doing stuff for Everly. She's always planning things for Everly. Like, if there was a competition on who was the better parent, I would say it's her. You know, granted, we're probably just as good as one another when it comes to her. It's just, that's the way I feel. And I think that's a good thing. I think you want to feel that your partner is amazing with your child, because then you pick the right partner. You know, I hope she feels the same way about me. I think she does. You know, I'm 99.9% sure she feels that way. But there's, you know, whatever. I guess all I'm trying to say is that picking your partner matters. The person you have a kid with matters. So if you're out there and you're a young kid and you're not protecting yourself, protect yourself until you're with the right person. Because the right person matters. Even if it's somebody that you're not going to be with in the future, right? There's still going to be a partner in the relationship of that child. So that person really, really matters. At least you want them to be a partner in the relationship with that child, because then there's two people parenting, right? So, yeah, it's just interesting. It's an interesting perspective. It's an interesting thought of, you know, just parenting in a nutshell since Everly's been born. Getting to the 20 countries, hopefully by the time she's 5, is definitely still on our radar. It feels like that we haven't been doing that since we went to Portugal and Spain, but also life is just happening. And so we have to get things that we need to get done here in our space. And so that means that travel had to be paused for a little bit. We're getting pretty close to being finished with a lot of different things. So when those things are done, we'll be able to start traveling again here, hopefully. Like I said, we're building out the trailer to be able to travel through the US, going to visit my family in New York, and celebrating Everly's 3rd birthday with them. This is the first time ever that my family in the States, or my family, is going to be a part of Everly's birthday. So I'm really looking forward to that. Very exciting stuff for me. Very exciting stuff for my mom, I bet. But like, here's another thing is you now, as you get older, you realize how thankful you could be for your parents, right? My mom, my dad, as great, as good as most things were, the negative things, the way that they handled those things with us, or the way that my mom did in most situations, was amazing. And the way that my dad did in most situations was also amazing. Like, we would go through moments where we're struggling and they would give us helpful advice. They would teach us how to love, how to be loved, how to accept, how to disconnect, how to, all these things. They're constantly teaching us all these things. And, you know, I'm just so thankful for what they instilled in my life, because if not for them, I don't become the person I am today. If they would have brought me up a little differently, I might be a different person, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know if it's half of what my mom did, half of what my dad did that created who I am, but I'm thankful for them. Dad, miss you, love you. It's been, I don't even know the year you passed anymore. I think I kind of blocked that out because it's something that I wish that I could have back. I wish I could have you here in this life, and just being able to see what it's like see what it's like for me being a dad. And to be able to see you be a grandfather would have just been incredible. You know, you were such a cool dude growing up. Like, all my friends loved you. I could only imagine how much all these grandkids would love you. Like, it's honestly surreal how much they would love you. You know, from my lips to God, to your ears, I miss you, bud. I miss you a lot. Yeah. Just to see me potentially doing this, right? Just like vlogging every day, talking to so many people in the world. This audience, you guys, you're incredible. I'm so thankful for you. Like, to give me the opportunity to live my life the way that I want to live it is so fortunate. I have this little dude, Paco, he can't wait for Mom and Everly to get home. He's honestly been on edge all day because they haven't been here. It goes to show how much influence we have, right, as parents, even to animals. Like, we are so influential as parents. But yeah, going back to Dad, I love and I miss you. My dad passed away quite a few years ago. I want to say it's been 8 years. I don't think it's been 10 already, but I want to say it's definitely been 8 years since my dad passed. I went through a really hard time after he passed. And he passed due to health issues. Like, he made decisions that made his health deteriorate faster than it probably should have. And he was 53 when he left this world. And I don't want to be 53 when I pass. I want to be much, much older. I want to be able to witness Everly's life. I want to be able to witness Alex's life. I want to be able to witness all of this. So that's why I think it's so important that I take care of myself, right? I exercise, I work out, I got my knee fixed so that way I can continue to exercise and do these things and feel comfortable, feel healthy while I do it all. Because there's the opposite effect. I ran into this guy who's 82 today at the gym. and we were talking because he had a knee brace on his leg, and I said, could I ask, did you get surgery? Or he said, oh no, my doctor told me I have to wear this brace because if I don't, then my knee will probably just give out on me eventually. Just like deteriorating. And he's telling me that like he used to play sports and like a lot of sports, and he was very interested in all that. And he told me about like a car accident he was in when he was younger. But like just seeing somebody 82 years old in the gym, the guy looked pretty fit. He was doing fairly well for himself. I'll say my father-in-law looks like he's in even better shape, and he's 80. So it's like just seeing these guys 80 plus years old in the physical condition that they're in just makes me realize that like watching them go to the gym, watching them do these things, watching them work out makes me realize that I got to start today. You know, I got to start last week. I got to start last year on that journey, so that way when I get to that age, I feel good. Like, I'm proud of my brother, right? My brother, also a dad of three. Dad of three, that's wild. But my brother, he has been on this like journey of getting healthy again for a while now. And he's finally at a point where I think where he's really genuinely happy with himself in the sense of his physical ability and many other abilities too. But that physical ability being like there makes him feel so good. And he has 3 kids. One just had her birthday, Haley. She's now 9 years old. Crazy. And then Lily and JJ are, Lily I want to say is 7, and JJ is 4 or 5. I think he's 5. But that's good. Him being physically fit now, he was never really like out of shape really bad, but he was like starting to teeter on the line of getting out of shape. And so getting back into shape was really important to him. And now he has the opportunity to play sports with his kids. He was telling me that he was back into basketball, playing basketball again and being able to run the court really easily. And, not that he's doing it at the rate I was doing it. I was going out twice a week and sometimes 3 times a week playing ball, refereeing games before I tore my ACL. So I was doing a lot of running, a lot of involvement in physical activity. But I've been lacking on like the weightlifting aspect. So like since I tore the ACL, now it's been like something that I've been doing several times a week. So at least 2 to 3 times a week, I'm trying to get to the gym and do some type of workout, not just with my legs, but also with my upper body. And so I felt, some soreness from it, as you do when you get into this. And it's not the easiest thing to continue on that journey. But once you get going, it's good, And knowing that I'll be physically able and physically fit for Everly's life just gives me that extra motivation to continue to go and to continue to just push myself. And I know that I pushed myself almost to the point of exhaustion recently when it came to work, as well as these things, as well as building stuff, as well as all the stuff. And I did need to take the break. I think it is worth almost getting to exhaustion as much as you can, because that's what builds the stamina. That's what builds the strength, the mental fortitude for any situation, right? So not only am I working out by going to the gym, but I'm working out by doing all these different skills and honing in all these different skills, whether it's carpentry work, electrical work, AC work, editing work, all these different types of work that I'm putting in, whether it's working on family relationship, whether it's working on friendship, whether it's working on all these different things, I think the continuous work is what it is that allows us to be stronger. So I hope that you've gotten something out of this. And I think for me, what I've gotten out of today was it's okay to take a quick break. Don't take too long of a break, because when you do, you fall behind. Work as hard as you can in all the things that you love. And work as hard as you can in all the things that you have to do, even if you don't love them. Because those things will make you stronger mentally. And just keep being the person you want to become in the future. Because if you continue to be that person, you work hard at being that person, you'll eventually become it. And then you'll change your goal to something even better. So, thank you so much for listening to my rant. I appreciate you guys. It's been 20 minutes. I'll see you tomorrow. Man, we're getting that much closer to 365 days. I think today is 151. Wild. I'll see you tomorrow.